Yo, 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 what's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to the Pickle Jar with King Pickle. Alright, let's try getting some dubs, man. Let's try doing something today. Boy got his Jonesy skin on. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. Get ready for this ride of a lifetime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Better hurry up and load us in. Let's see what they got in the item shop. You know, I don't know if I want to get that or not. It'd be kind of cool to have. Not really new.
Naturally, they were all full of joy, realizing that they were able to escape danger and escape from the ominous mysteries of the dungeon, feeling within themselves the excitement of sudden
I don't really see anything alright so far.
They said a friendly farewell together, as if each
I
of
have
them had
that.
carried into their hearts a piece of the adventure that had bound them forever on this incredible journey.
Sith Trooper.
Roy noticed that sharp pains were piercing his whole body, as if every cell was
They already have all this.
unbearable discomfort.
I don't have his glider.
As if out of a fog, Kojiro appeared.
I don't really need it.
From the head of the hostel that he still had not returned.
Yeah.
He could
I
not
don't really
believe that
dig
the
none
guy
of this.
returned so shabby. Remembering their conversation in the forest, the teacher
They would
asked if
gladly
he had
load
used
us
his
in.
potion. Bewilderment flashed in his eyes, as he did not expect that anyone would pay attention to his mysterious experiments. The teacher,
And do anything in the background, I'm just listening to something on my phone.
because of which something was pinching the guy very strongly, causing him to doubt the choice of the teacher. Surprisingly, the teacher was informed that his potion was
I wish it would just load us in.
which was confirmed in practice and turned out to be true. He, however, was glad that the guy returned in perfect order. At the same time, he warned, saying that it was better not for children to do such things. Next, the main character had to arrange a bath for himself, lie in warm water, and hopefully sleep in the hope that all the troubles would disappear. Rui still couldn't believe that he was actually
Dark
going to
chocolate,
and was waiting for him.
mint filled
And everything in
kisses
the forest remained a mysterious secret.
are the best.
Waking up, the guy decided to go in for sports, trying to awaken his body and get away from the memories of the strange events.
I did have the
of previous
mocha,
night.
the
And at this time,
mocha,
his good old
Jesus
friend,
Christ,
the parrot, flew to him,
the
spreading joy with his
machino
bright
cherries,
feathers and cheerful cries. So, in addition,
the machino
with some
cherry,
exotic
however you
fruit
say
in
it,
its
filled
beak,
kisses.
the parrot brought not only joy with its shrill
They're pretty
crooning,
good.
but also with the aroma of
Jesus, what
It
the
is clear
world?
that the main character was glad that they brought him fruit, and thanked his feathered friend for the unexpected morning treat. But it was time for Ray to go to school, and she said goodbye to the parrot.
If I would
in a
gladly
mixture of
play.
joy and anticipation of new adventures. Kojiro apologized for the suddenness, but announced that today was the last lesson with him, instilling mystery in the upcoming farewell and leaving behind many questions. Although they spent little time together, it was definitely worth it, filling their lives with vivid memories and unexpected turns. Ray was sadly in a stupor, because she could not understand why everything was happening this way, and the mystery of this oncoming world only increased her misunderstanding. It is clear that Charlotte immediately noticed the strange behavior of the guy, and curiosity flashed in her eyes as she tried to decipher the secrets that were in the air. He was wondering why the teacher was in a worse mood than usual today, and he thought about the possible reasons, sensing
Don't
something
say that.
mysterious and unknown in
Why
the man, in principle, carried out his duties, but in
is
the
it
eyes
taking
of his
so long to
students, there
load?
was a shadow of some unknown mystery, making his ordinary actions
I don't
more
understand it.
mysterious. He said that when attacking, you need to grip the sword, emphasizing the importance of reaction. And despite this, his stance became better than before, which surprised everyone around him. It's clear that the guy was
Do I
happy
need to
with what he
update it
learned,
or something?
saying that the stand needed to be made even better. Serious teacher
Okay, so I had the latest update.
deciding that it wouldn't hurt for him to learn how to wield a weapon either. Prince Yuri watched the learning process with fascination, ready to plunge into the world of secrets and skills.
What in the world?
He brought a staff to training, ready to learn not only swordsmanship, but also master other types of weapons, adding variety and uniqueness to his training. The teacher said that he would now attack, and Yuri needed to try to defend himself. Following his instructions, there was a tense atmosphere in the air, full of expectation and challenge. Yuri was serious about this training, believing in every movement of the teacher an opportunity to gain a new level of mastery and improve his skills. The teacher noticed that the guy had a good stance, and his gaze was confident, emphasizing his readiness for challenges and a thirst for mastering new techniques. It is not clear why the teacher regretted him, because in his eyes one could read pride in the demonstrated level of training and the desire for improvement. But still, the teacher decided to start sparring with his student, creating an atmosphere of competition and an opportunity for Yuri to show his skills in battle. Yuri was slightly alarmed by all this, but prepared for the sparring, feeling inner strength and determination to cope with the challenges posed by his teacher. Well, it's clear that Kojiro, in turn, was calm and confident. The master, rushing forward at the speed of light.
See, this I'm not understanding.
Like a master of instant embodiment of power and movement.
See?
Creating a whirlwind of power.
Oh,
Yuri,
what
as
happened?
easily as the wind, will not give up his position, like an unshakable guard, standing like an impenetrable wall, calmly preparing for the inevitable meeting. Joy filled his heart for being able to defend himself, as if a bright sense of pride had ignited within him, emphasizing his ability to ensure his own
let me
safety.
see something.
In the blink of an eye, the teacher's gaze changed dramatically, as if dark shadows were replaced by bright light, revealing the secrets of his true intentions. A sharp rage gripped him, like a raging fire, and realizing his impulse, he apologized to Yuri, like a whirlwind softening a storm of indignation. Then, like an instant of irrevocable fate, he hurled the killing blow towards the student, leaving a trail of mysterious strength and determination in the air. After which, oddly enough, the guy simply collapsed on the floor, as if an invisible burden suddenly mixed with the severity of defeat, leaving silence behind him. Everyone present was frightened by what was happening, as if a sudden shadow of fear enveloped them, causing their hearts to beat louder in confusion at the unforeseen threat. The next thing the teacher did was put a sword to Yuri's head, as if the ominous drama had reached its peak, freezing for a moment in tense silence. Kojiro said goodbye to the guy, as if this farewell contained not only finishing, but also some inexpressible weight of unspoken words and unknown experiences. Ray came to the defense of his friend, who did not allow himself to easily kill the guy, as if his determination blocked the teacher's path, turning the moment into a struggle of destinies and friendship. He could not understand what all these events meant, like a mysterious puzzle where parts of an unknown picture remained unsolved, entailing excitement and doubt. Here Yuri's guard already appeared, who could not understand at all how the man allowed himself to do this, as if his bewilderment was expressed in a lack of understanding of what was happening before his eyes. It is clear that he immediately flared up with rage after this, as if a storm of passions had shot up in his soul,
Let's see if rank will work.
enveloping the flaring internal
Maybe rank will
fire.
work.
He promised to kill the man, as if his words
Ooh, hold on,
carried
wait a
an
minute.
unwavering determination, thundering like a thunderclap, a harbinger of an inevitable collision. The main character asked the guy not to give in to anger, as if his wise words sounded like a gentle whisper in a storm, warning against reckless actions. After Rui whispered something to the guy, he instantly calmed down, as if the mysterious words of a friend quickly dissipated the clouds of an internal
Oh man, we
outbreak.
might not even
Then
have
she
a freaking
suddenly
video
declared
tonight.
that she relied on
Oh,
the
you
main
gotta be
character,
shitting
as
me,
if this
dude.
unexpected turn
Rank
of
to
events
work.
gave her confidence in the
Rank will
future
work.
and created unprecedented harmony. Finally,
Anything else,
he only
huh?
asked her to protect us all, as if his plea sounded like the last hope in the unsteady dance of fate, slowly revealing its cards. Then he stood in a fighting stance, ready to fight his master, as if every movement of his body expressed determination and strength to protect those he loved. Just a few seconds later, Iris appeared behind the guy, as if her appearance was an unexpected ray of light penetrating the darkness of the struggle, bringing with it hope. She could not identify a single weakness of the teacher, and the difference in strength seemed enormous, as if an abyss stretched between them, filled with undeniable superiority. Wolf was furious, because he could not understand why in such a situation it was impossible to influence in any way, as if helplessness enveloped him like a dark veil. But Charlotte asked the guy to calm down, because
See, I
he
don't
was not
understand
alone,
why rank will
as
work,
if her
but nothing
soft
else
words
will.
were a caress that dispersed the clouds of indignation in his soul. It's a pity that it was dishonest, but nothing can be done about it. You just need to watch and remember, as if lesson wisdom was hidden in this wrong moment. Charlotte silently begged the
Boom.
guy to be okay,
Alright.
as if her gentle
So
thoughts
make sure y'all
penetrated
show me
his
some
soul,
love, man.
calling for inner peace.
Hit the
Ray
subscribe.
finally asked why the man
Hit the
did
like
this,
button.
as
Ring the
if in his gaze there
notification
was a
bell.
readiness to understand and
Please.
reveal the mystery of what was happening. The guy said that he
That would be really nice. I would very much appreciate that. It would help me out a lot. But I'm gonna stop begging. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. I mean, we're just gonna have fun either way. Yes, sir. Damn, I forgot how much I can't drive on this game. Oh shit, I blew that up. Oop, my bad. Destruction of private property. Oh well. Dead. The doornail. Dead as a doornail. You're dead, dude. I forgot, dude. These fruits give you boosts. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on, bro. Just leave me alone. I need that. Oh, yeah, we're dead. We're so dead. Never mind, we're not dead. Holy shit. We're supposed to be dead, but I'll gladly take that and that medkit, big dog. Appreciate it. And we can walk with that medkit too? That's crazy. Well, as long as we're set. That's not good. Nope. Thanks to the shuffling of feet, it was difficult to predict the teacher's next action. He just needed to find his weak spot and hit him there. Unfortunately, the teacher was able to pierce the guy with his sword. It was very bad for the guy. The teacher has already said goodbye to the guy. The man felt some hot air around him. He couldn't figure out what it was or who it was. As it turned out, this was the guy's plan, and now was his decisive act. The guy decided to use a space cut. As in the case of the stone monster, it was a good move, but only if the guy could hit the teacher. Kojiro, in turn, used a technique called the swallow's tail. After such a blow, the guy could no longer stand on his feet and fell, coughing in his own blood. The teacher was confused by the fact that he did not lose consciousness. He could not believe that he survived after his swallow's tail. Kojiro decided to check the prince's breathing and just go their separate ways. He pointedly said in front of the other students that he didn't like to kill without a good reason. If they leave, he will not harm them and will leave them alive. Charlotte asked whether the man wanted them to calmly watch him kill their friend. I don't know if y'all heard the footsteps, but I surely did. Finally, he just said that it would be very painful for them. Ray was still able to somehow wake up and try to persuade the man to stop. Either it was memories or he really was transported to Enda's hell. But the very essence is that the guy was in Enda's hell. The girl said that the guy had become much stronger, but he still lacked something. His something was determination. If he gets into his world, he will have to face it. A situation may also arise when he has to kill the enemy. Ray said with a kind face that it is not necessary to put his life on the line. If we talk, he can understand him. The girl said that his kindness is his strength. However, if everything could be discussed, this would not happen to the warrior. Things that are important to him would be lost in an instant. Therefore, what the world? Case, he does not need to get lost when he fights for life and death. Glitchy, glitchy, what the hell? Ruin Reels reach 65 players remaining. Okay, so I need to reach Ruin Reels. Where's that at?
His teacher scolded him because he didn't do anything but sleep in class. His teacher reminded him that there were only 200 days left before their final exam, yet he didn't seem prepared. The teacher added that if he continued,
I don't know what this is. There's something.
no one would accept him because the lowest health status standard for a construction worker is 0.8. Some students jokingly told their teacher not to force Liu Shang and let him sleep. The blonde-haired student let them know that Liu Shang's health status was only 0.7. While holding the book, the teacher sighed and shook his head. He didn't see any effort on Liu Shang's part to dismiss the class. As the students got up to prepare to depart, a chubby student named Liu Kai one of the students Liu Shang nodded and informed him that his name
And now we're gonna get access from the card.
As he waved his hand, he shouted that he would come. Then the chubby student said goodbye and said they would play next time. So Liu Shang agreed. As he walked away, he thought that having been reincarnated in this new world, he would still have to face the problems.
Sweet. So we can see storm circles now. That's good.
While looking at a large screen containing the news, he realized that this world was no different from the world he came from. His thoughts were interrupted when a muscular woman suddenly passed by carrying a pallet full of the heavy box. Liu Shang marveled at the woman's strength and wondered when he would become strong.
I gotta put my phone on charger real quick.
Was lying prone. His mother was putting a bandage on his back. His father reminded her to be gentle. She sighed and told him to grit his teeth and bear the pain because it was almost done. Liu Shang arrived. His father got up, and while putting on his clothes, he asked his son if he had eaten. His mother said she would prepare dinner while waiting for his younger son.
There's the train.
Advised his father to buy a blood
So I already know somebody's done got on there and robbed that bitch. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it right now.
His father that one of his classmates had a blood circulating device in their house, proving it produced a better result. As he smiles, with a cigarette in his mouth, he boasts that he is still as strong as steel and that the body pain he feels is only caused by aging. He recalled that he had a present
I like
for his
watching
son. He
manga
took 2
recaps
bottles
and
of
stuff. It
recovery
helps
powder
me.
under the table, a new product from the
Somehow when I have background
It came
sounds
as
and
a
stuff,
surprise to Liu Shang because he was aware
I'm
that
able
the
to concentrate
his
more.
father had displayed cost $20,000. His mother patted his father on the back and informed them that her superior at work had allowed her to take home some leftover pork and meat. She asked about Liu Shang's health status if he broke through 0.85. Unbeknownst to them, Liu Shang's only health status was 0.7. His mother added that his younger sister has a 0.9 health status. According to the news, the passing point in the high school level exam will be increased by 0.01. Liu Shang replied that he knew and then went straight to his room. Inside the room, he immediately took off his jacket and started his exercise. The World Martial Alliance recommends the 24-body reconstruction technique, created based on ancient yoga, martial arts, and judo techniques by the Martial Alliance's masters. This technique helps to strengthen the foundation of novice martial artists. 300 years ago, huge cracks appeared in the sky.
Got the
and
Ultimate
earth,
Slim Shady
which
skin on.
terrifying
You already
monsters
know.
came out to conquer the world. The advanced weapons did nothing to exterminate the monsters. Despite this,
You know, back in high
humanity
school,
suddenly gained another source of
I remember
the genetic
like
clock within
I was on
humanity
the school
had
bus
gone
one
unstable.
time,
Every individual's strength was
and
raised
this
exponentially.
cool ass kid that I met, he
Mankind
was
entered
like,
the era of martial arts prosperity.
like
However,
I used
despite
to,
this, in the battleground full of
I was that
monsters,
white kid
in
thought I
order
was
to
hood
exist and inhabit the land,
a lot,
humanity was still at a
but that
severe
wasn't me.
disadvantage. Every day, cities fall at the hands of monsters, and humanity
But
is
I would
still
rap
pushing for defeat.
sometimes.
Someone said on stage that they were all
And
born into a restless
one
world,
day he was like,
and
"Hey,
they
bro,
need
you
to
want to
take
freestyle with me?" I was like,
responsibility for
"Sure.
the current era.
Why
Practice
not?"
martial arts for the
So
sake of humanity.
we start
In ancient
freestyling and
myth,
shit.
a
He's
major
like, "Dude,
legacy
you
of martial
remind me
arts.
of Slim
After
Shady,
training,
bro.
Liu Shang
You
tiredly
remind
called
me
his
of
weapons,
Eminem."
insisted after
So I was like,
completing the
"Well,
3 sets of the body
I
reconstruction
appreciate that.
technique, there was
That's a
little
really
improvement in
big
his health
compliment.
status,
I
while his
dig it,
younger
man.
sister's
Thank you."
health status was at 0.9.
And
In
it
addition to
just,
that, his parents are
I
doing
never
everything
really
to
pursued a
support
rap
him.
career.
Heaven
I
has
mean,
given
I
him
can
the
sing.
strength
Oh, yeah, we're dead.
incarnated in this world. Since
I didn't pursue a rap career because I'm better at singing country music and stuff. But I don't think I'd be able to make it. Okay, mine's too ain't bad. Go ahead and ready up. See if we can get one win. High school was, I guess high school was pretty cool. I mean, I graduated and everything, but it ain't something I'd want to do again. Everybody tell me high school was supposed to be the best year of your life. I'd go back to high school just so I wouldn't have to work. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Well, yeah, we got down. Get the backflip on. Well, I like to jump at random spots. I won't ever choose anything. Okay, so we might die early. So I can get in here and grab a gun if there is one. If there isn't one, then we might be as good as dead, boys and girls. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh yeah, what's up, big dog? Jesus! Oh Lord, I tell y'all, man, the real world, y'all kids, they're still in school and stuff, man, enjoy it. Real world's hell. I mean, sure, it's got good sides to it. You're probably thinking, I can do what I want, I'll be able to make my own money, yada yada yada, but sure, yeah, there's those attributes of the real world and stuff, and being out of high school and everything, but bills, that's something you gotta worry about. Taxes, car payments, which is literally falls in the line of bills. bro. Okay, we're almost there. You're dead. It's probably a bot, but sweet. Sniper rifle. Alright, bet. Where are they at? They must be below me. I'm just gonna gather up stuff real quick. While I go down there. Ah. I don't know if y'all like that headshot or not, but that shit was clean. I digged it. I'm Slim Shady, it's I'm the real Shady. Are you with the Slim Shady? Dude, that's like, oh yeah, you're watching? Oh no, wrong thing. Yes, sir. Dude, I was so happy when the OG map come back, dude. I was happy about Tilted being back, Loot Lake. I thought they was gonna bring them back, you know, like the season 1 OG map. Damn. Dang. Come on.
Jean told him he would call some students to spar with him. Young Yai-Fi thanked him, but in his mind, he disagreed with his teacher's advice. He also belittles his teacher for having a
boom.
to his family. Jean asks the
Looking for the
students
110. Oh, hello there. There's gotta be a bot. Get a single shot. Gotta love that. Ooh. And pop these. Go, 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 go. Go ahead and reload fully. Oh, won't you look? Rich people tennis courts. I love that. Mm.
He launches his attack and directly
Popping
hits
shoulder
the face of
blades
a
and
German
stuff.
student, who blew a mouth
Man, a
spray
field
everywhere
goal.
he was seen. His classmates were shocked. A smoke emerged from his face like a burning cigarette. John rushes toward him to check his condition. As they all look at our protagonist, they can't believe that, using only one punch, he knocks out their strongest classmate. But it looks like Wu Sheng was also surprised that Yang Yifei would be knocked out with only one punch.
Cool.
As the teacher still holds the unconscious Yang
So where
Yifei,
am
all the students
if it'll
are
give me
stunned
the
in shock and can't believe Wu Sheng
circle,
defeated
give me
Yang
the
Yifei with a single
circle.
punch. Their instructor shouted at them
Oh
to call the
shit!
teacher
Why?
from the
Yeah, we got the
nurse's
circle, dog.
office. When the nurse arrived, they
Now,
immediately put Yang Yifei on the stretcher. Wu Sheng called his teacher and apologized for what he did. He explained that he didn't manage to control his strength. Zhang looked at him with a fierce eye and patted him on the shoulder, saying that injuries are inevitable during combat. He doesn't have to worry about Yang Yifei because his injury isn't severe. He asks Lu Sheng to come with him to the office for a discussion. Before they leave, Lu Sheng asks Liu Kaiming to help him inform their next teacher. As they leave, Kaiming is frozen and wonders how Lu Sheng manages to defeat Yang Yifei, whose health status is 1.22, using a single punch. He is confused if he is still the Lu Sheng that he knew. When Zhang opened his office door and they entered, Lu Sheng noticed the bonsai. He was astounded
somebody's
by
already
his
been
teacher's
here.
interest. Zhang laughed and said that it was just a small hobby of his, and besides, everyone had their own secret. Wouldn't you agree? He asked as his eyes glowed. He added that Lu Sheng only has a health status of 0.8, yet manages to defeat Yang Yifei with one punch. Lu Sheng defended himself, saying those health status results were taken before. Zhang suspected him of using some kind of drug to forcibly increase his health status and warned him that consuming drugs to improve his health status is strictly prohibited in school. Lu Sheng was surprised and insisted that he never use any illegal drugs. To prove his innocence, Zhang suggests assessing his health status. If Lu Sheng uses any drugs, his vitality will be unstable, and the figures will fluctuate wildly. Next, they will determine Lu Sheng's combat strength. If his combat strength and health status are consistent, it would be further proof of his ability. Lu Sheng agreed with him and placed his hand
Cluster
on the glowing
clinger.
ball. Sparkling light emerged, and the result
Heck
came
yeah,
out.
baby.
His teacher's mouth got wide open, and he was shocked at Lu Sheng's health status result. Lu Sheng is a rank
There's
1
only
martial
19
artist with
people left, 20 counting
1.532
me.
health status. Zhang couldn't believe that a student like Lu Sheng, who is only 18, had achieved rank 1 in martial arts. No one ever reaches those levels at such a young age in the whole city of White Lake. Only Lu Sheng. He also assumed that Lu Sheng was a genius. Zhang's eyes widened in shock when he realized that Lu Sheng had destroyed his combat test subject with just one punch. As their appearance becomes similar to a clown, a lake of tears comes out of Zhang's eyes, while Lu Sheng, who is holding the test subject's head, apologizes for what he did, saying that he didn't do it on purpose. As he holds his bonsai and is still crying like a baby, he can't believe that his test model that can withstand the attack of an official martial artist will be destroyed. Now Zhang realized Lu Sheng had surpassed the rank 1 martial artist. Moments later, Lu Sheng, sitting like a shy guy, held a test model's head. Zhang asks him when was the last time he tested his health status. Lu Sheng informed him that it had been almost half a month since he last took the assessment. Zhang was astounded by what he discovered and inquired whether Lu Sheng
Not
had a
that
master
tired.
or was the descendant of a noble clan.
17
Lu Sheng
people left.
clarified that he was from an ordinary family
And that's
and had
not
no master.
counting me.
The
I got,
reason behind his rapidly
oh yeah,
increasing
pretty
health
close.
status was a secret. As he stands, he is still speechless at Lu Sheng's health status, surpassing a rank 1 martial artist. Zhang only achieved rank 2 in his old days after working hard for many years and entering the military. When he stepped onto a battlefield, that's when he realized that it was impossible for humanity to defeat monsters. In the face of such a powerful monster,
gotta move.
humans are such small and weak creatures, and the only ones who can defeat those monsters are those groups of people who are monsters in their own right. As he sighs, Zhang informs him that he is more than qualified to be in the school's gifted class, given his current results. They can provide him with guidance from the best teacher. Lu Sheng didn't accept his offer and wanted to remain in his current class. Zhang insists and wishes to provide him with the best guidance from the school. Since Zhang keeps insisting, Lu Sheng asks him a favor. He wanted to apply for a martial arts scholarship and hoped the school would
If
allow
we
him
get a
to
win,
work
this is
flexible
where the video
schedule. As he
ends,
wrote the
guys. We gotta keep it
request,
short and
Zhang
sweet.
realized Lu Sheng lacked financial assistance
Because
and
we've
free
been
time.
recording
Zhang
for
submitted
34
applications
minutes
for a
now.
special scholarship that would grant him
I think that's a long enough
$30,000.
video,
Zhang
don't you?
added that he would bring Lu Sheng's request to the office. The teacher lent him a black martial arts card with at least $100,000. Lu Sheng thanked his teacher, and the teacher responded that he should keep up the excellent work. Zhang then gives him permission to leave. As soon as the door shut, Zhang was ecstatic about what he had discovered. He wanted to keep it a secret from the other school until the national examination, because Lu Sheng is their school's secret weapon. As he stood, he was so excited to tell the higher-ups about Lu Sheng. After so many years,
Sweet,
they
a
have
bush.
finally found someone capable of getting to this strange place. happily
dude.
left. As Liu Sheng looks into the two, he realizes that even if his parents work day and night tirelessly, they can only afford a $3,000 nourishing. Strong martial artists can earn more money and become rich in supporting their nourishing needs. In her sister's case, Liu Sheng burdens her by taking a portion of their meager resources despite the fact that she is a genius who can change her destiny. Liu Sheng not only can't accept his mediocrity, but also doesn't put in enough effort to change his destiny. He only spent his days muddling along aimlessly. When Liu Sheng looks at the two students talking about
We're
their
gonna sit here
game,
for a minute.
he realized that he was once like them. Like fish trapped in a
I think we
tank,
got like
he
2
longed for the
guys
vastness
closing
of
in
the
over
boundless sea,
here.
but was reluctant to part with the comfort
Somewhere
and
right in
safety of
here.
the tank. However, all of this has changed. He broke through the water's surface and discovered the real world beyond that could change his
Might be
destiny.
coming
Looking
towards
at the
me.
sky,
I don't
he vowed
know.
to himself, saying he would never make a wrong decision. Suddenly, he felt something. All the battle memories he had gathered during this short period had been integrated into a single moment. He decided to advance another step in his
There's
path,
6 people
become stronger
left.
and fight for his wants. A while later, Liu Sheng goes to his dream. A zombie with red eyes attacks him. He used his left arm to block the attack and released his right hand to deliver a mighty blow. The zombie got knocked to the ground, and he obtained it. He realized that it was a martial artist. Despite being a zombie, he can still use his combat techniques. He decided to
My
continue
heart's
his venture by going to
racing
base
right now.
1359. On his way, he faced some zombies and easily defeated
I'm
them.
my best
It
not to
didn't
have
take
a heart
long, and he
attack.
saw base 1359. Using his feet, he slides down to reach the
Oh
area.
Lord.
While looking at the big crack in the wall, he couldn't believe it was just a base, not a city. He imagined that Armin, from the attack on Titan, destroyed the wall. While touching it, he realizes that it has a thickness of at least 20 meters and can't imagine what kind of battle happened to take down a base like this. If the people with more strength and more advanced development compared to his world were destroyed by the monster, what else in the real world? He thinks. He noticed a strange structure from afar and assumed it was the base command center. Inside the center,
There's me and 3 other people.
sits
There's fighting going on over there. Me and 2 other people.
He was taken aback and fell to the ground.
Hopefully we can grab this. We can secure it. Which we probably will because we got a bush right here.
When Liu Sheng was inside, he looked around and noticed a strange object. He approached and touched it. Light emanated from the thing. A hologram woman appeared with long yellow hair and attractive fitted clothing. "Welcome, user of Tanheng technology," she said. While looking at the hologram, Liu Sheng's eyes
Heart is racing, son. Heart is racing. We have to play it smart.
Tanheng Technologies, an artificial intelligence of the 16th generation. She is responsible for controlling the network server management at base 1359. Liu Sheng asks her about the latest news. Ellie gladly responded to his request and immediately accessed the data. Multiple news notifications have popped up. According to the information, in the year 11,024, on June 21st,
They can take each other out.
successfully launched the
I can
58th
come in for the
spacecraft in
win.
search of intelligent life. The targeted destination was the Lyra Galaxy. Year 11,024, July 24th, the base 105 has fallen. Year 11,024, September 24th, Lieutenant General Sun King has successfully become a rank 10-star realm martial artist, number 472nd in the world of the Martial Alliance. Year 11,024, September 30th, base 114, 838, and 1022 have fallen in succession. The 8th Division has been activated to search for survivors. Year 11,024, November 19th, the World Martial Alliance will hold the 24th Grandmaster Conference at Main Base Number 1. They will discuss the recent strategies and policies that have been rolled out. Liu Sheng can't imagine if the rank system is It means the gap between the
Alright, well,
strengths in the two worlds is so big.
I think that's good enough for today.
Showing the emergence of terrifying monsters
Don't y'all? Well, we didn't get a win. We placed top 3 and we had a good time. Let's see what our results are. Bronze 3. Sweet. Well, thanks for watching. Remember, hit the like button, ring that notification bell, and please subscribe. Good night. Sleep tight. And don't let the big boys back.